What is good, my homies? Today I'm going to show you how to build and skate in the non-skatable zones in SkaterXL. It's a tedious process, but once you get it, it opens up a ton more spots on console. First, let's get out of bounds of the designated map. I think everyone knows how to get out of bounds, but if you don't, you just switch to the object dropper and just drag that thing out of bounds and you're good. We're going to start by building in an open plane to show how to go off of the map and how to build up and down, so you can use this process almost anywhere. I usually use the mani-pad for most, if not all my builds, since it has the biggest surface area and is easiest to stack. Start off by placing a pad right at the edge of the ground, then go ahead and place, then reselect another mani-pad and drag it over and onto your other pad. You are going to want to repeat this step until you're at your desired spot. For every object you use, you'll have to place and then reselect that object to use throughout building. This is an important note and the only way to continue to build and shape your spot. To build up, it's as easy and as obvious as that. Just keep stacking up objects. When building down, you want to place an object in the middle of your pad. We are going to use a cone. And once you have that object placed in the middle, use another pad and place that so it's angled down. Now here is the most important part of all this. Once that pad's in place, drag your pin away and it should have a leveled out pad that you can then click and place, which will be leveled perfectly to the ground. Going to show that example one more time. Now delete the other slanted pads and you can now build from the lower level. These are the essentials to building at any spot, and you can use the drag option whenever you need to get your object straightened out. Now we are going to build an actual spot outside of the San Francisco map. We are going to build out to the spot using the same process. We're going to start on top of this bus, since it's the only thing we can start our build off of. We're going to need to start angling to build the landing first, then up from there. So use an object like earlier near the middle of the pad so you can get that slanted angle aiming toward the ground. Once you're close enough to the spot, let's start to make the landing. While you're building your ground, you're going to have to literally build under the ground, and for the most part, will not fully be able to see what you're building and will have to rely on the outlines of the objects. The goal here is to get your pad flat and parallel with the ground, so it lines up seamlessly, then stack up more pads from there. I will use plywood sometimes to get it perfectly flush with the ground. Now just continue to stack to get your runway set up. Finally, just stack a few ledges on your pad and make sure it's lined up with the actual ledge. I also usually add some plywood to extend the runway and a quarter pipe to help with some speed. After you have these in place, your spot should be ready to skate. The last portion of this is filming your clips, using the replay editor without deleting any objects. I get all my clips with the objects still there, just saving them using the in and out points. Once you have everything you want and all your clips saved in-game, you exit the map and then re-enter that map. Then when you go to view your clips, all the objects won't be in the replay and will be able to edit your replay however you want. Shout out to Bear for this filming technique. This process obviously gets longer and crazier depending upon the spot. There is a large amount of trial and error with this building process. So if you have any questions or hang-ups, comment below. Happy hunting and Godspeed my himmies.